Dibondin sondweni, tsi kuti, luye putandono, bu buntu, siyakali sizwe, zo.
Okay, so maybe we'll start from the very beginning. And can you briefly introduce yourself, letting our audience know a bit more about you? Maybe we'll start with the lady.
Okay. I'm Manja Makulu, all the way from South Africa. I'm spiritual and a unit of being. I'm an artist, a former dancer, a songwriter. I love art because art is life. That's me.
Thank you very much. And how about you, Bamak?
Hey guys, I'm Bamak. I go by the name Bamak. It's pretty much an abbreviation of all my names. I've got 5 names. And I come all the way from Malawi, and I'm a singer, songwriter, and a producer as well. Currently based in South Africa, Midrand specifically. And I love music. My life is music.
Okay, my name is Press. I was born in a small town in South Africa called Tienezen, and I was raised in Swaziland most of my life. And I came back to SA in '96, and I started doing music. And I won the competition Coca-Cola Pop Stars in 2002, and I was part of the group 101. And then I started doing music production, songwriting for other artists in SA, big artists like Black Coffee. And I started releasing my own music too as a solo artist, as opposed to 101, the group. So here we are, and I joined the competition, AfriMusic song contest, with my song African Child, because I just thought it was befitting for this competition, especially.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I believe that this kind of introduction is the best way to know a little bit more better our artists, but this is of course not the last question. So please tell me, guys, if somebody will ask you to describe your music only by 3 words, what words will you choose?
Okay, for me, Manja Makulu, it's fresh, catchy, and entertaining.
Okay, very good choice. How about you, Bamak?
I would put my music in the category of ambience, acoustics, and smooth vocals.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for this information. And Press, how you would describe your music if somebody asks you to do it with the 3 words? I know, pretty tough situation, but can you try?
Very easy, actually. I would describe my music in 3 words as pain, love, and happiness.
All right. You
That
see,
sums up.
you see everybody in Europe how cool you can translate your music to words. I'm really impressed. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please tell me more about the reasons why you enter AfriMusic Song Contest. It was something which comes to your mind on a second, it was very spontaneous, or maybe you were hearing about AfriMusic Song Contest before and you just wondering about doing it for weeks or months. How it works for you?
For me, I didn't know about it until Beats by Laws sent me a link saying that no man, just submit. And I was like, yo, I researched about it, and I was like, yo, this is a big competition. And I'm like, oh my word. I thought about it until the last day, and then I submitted my music on the last day because I wanted to take the opportunity because it's a huge, it's big competition for Africans. So I'm like, this is an opportunity. Let me just submit, and then I'll see the rest after that. And thanks to Beats by Laws by giving me that, because today I'm here on this interview.
Perfect. Really great to hear this. How about you, Bamak? It's spontaneous or maybe it takes you longer?
Well, for me, it was very spontaneous because here I was on Instagram, just going through my chat, and then I saw an ad of AfriMusic contest. And at this particular time, I was pretty down, mainly because my music wasn't reaching quite a lot of people as I wanted it to do. So I was like, okay, let me just join this competition and see how things go. And when I did, thankfully I did. I had like a lot of wrong entries because it was just a try and error thing. I wasn't really serious about it, but I thank God that I did, and here we are now. It's really an amazing experience.
Been checking out the competition, and I was checking. I was actually following the girl who won the competition last year on Instagram, and I thought to myself, "Hey, man, why don't I just enter this competition?" So once the competition lines opened and up for nomination, I just followed the link, and I decided I actually want to get my music out there because it would be nice to compete at a international level in terms of songwriting and music.
So let's talk about the awards, because as I said before, it was awarded by our editorial team. And let's start with you, Bamok, in this case. Your entry, Closed Doors.
Close your doors, I open up another. My passion's beyond all the others. The hunger, the fire, the love that tops desire, the drive that moves faster than speed of light. Don't allow to sleep on you. Might blow your mind when this music rolls up on you. Came from the bottom, now the top ain't nothing new. We keep on moving till blue skies bring back our youth. Bring back our youth. Oh yeah.
Received the Pure Quality Award. This is the award which we gave for the song, which for us sounds very professional. It was perfectly linked and everything was on point. So this really production vibe and quality. Please tell me, where would you say you got the inspiration to base your song using this fluent and very smooth guitar vibe? From where it comes?
Well, Sebastian, firstly, I just want to say thank you for the acknowledgement of the song. Thank you very much. Anyway, so it comes from a time when I had a message that I had to tell people, and I was in the creation phase. Like I always have a creation phase, the time that I wanna write music or I wanna do something. And I was in the creation phase, and pretty much things were not really working out. And I was like, no, I need a message first before I can do anything, come up with a rhythm or anything else. And I noticed that with Closed Doors, I noticed that quite a lot of things, quite a lot of people, when opportunities come their way, they don't take it. And I was part of that. And when I see an opportunity come out, I would always, neglect to go through with that opportunity. And who feels the same way, and they let that motivation. So hence, Closed Doors was born. And with the acoustic vibes, I just want to put a shout out to Pacific Beats, because that's where I got the beats from. I just love the smooth acoustic vibe that the beat had itself. And I was like, no, this is perfect for the message that I have to relay with. So at the end of the day, that's how Closed Doors came to be. Oh, and I produced everything myself. Initially, it was just also by the way I felt, and considering how I've worked with other producers, we didn't come up with the thing, pretty much the utmost thing that I wanted. And eventually, when I did it by myself, it came out the way it was. Sure.
Perfect. So please tell me how long it takes to write this song. And I have on mind lyrics and melody. How long it takes to you to make it?
Well, for me, if I am feeling the song, it will usually take me like 30 minutes to write down a full song. Editing it, I usually would write a full song and I'll give it a day or two, just so that I feel the same way the next day and the other day, to see that if the song is a success or not. But yeah, so initially it would take me 30 minutes to finish writing down one song, but it would take me some time for me to actually, put everything down so that, it can be the way it is.
Perfect. Thank you very much for this explanation. All right, and Mandla, let's go with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bamok. Trendsetter Awards.
Galani, Africa, Tibonin Zonbeni, Tsi, Gucci, Luye Putandono, Bu, Buntu, Siakali Sizwe, Zo, Dundu, Wenze Galani, Africa, Tibonin Zonbeni, Tsi, Gucci, Luye Putandono, Bu, Buntu.
I believe that you as a person, your whole story background, which we're also presenting to our viewers and readers on Destination Eurovision, speak itself. Please tell me about your music style. From where you get this influence to this alternative melody, this alternative vibe for Vukani? What inspires you to do this kind of song?
My style of music is very versatile, and what is giving me that creativity, I think it's nature. It's the soul of the world. So that's where I get my creativity, and I love something unique that got very fusion. So that is the type of my music. It's full of fusion, and I don't want it to be limited. And maybe that's why I'm doing it like this. I just want everyone, to relate.
Perfect. And please tell me if the lyrics of the Vukani have some connection with your life, because it was one of the questions which stay in my mind when I was listening to your song many times.
Yes, me and the lyrics, we are connecting, we are relating. As each and every word there, I am relating there.
Let's move forward and talk about the award you get, because it was Real Cool Message Award from our team Destination Eurovision Poland.
Tell the world I'm an African child. I was born an African. I was raised to be a warrior. Ooh, I'm a champion. Tell the world I'm an African child.
And I believe with my team and with the every editor connected in our team that your something scream, I have something to say, and this is powerful message. So can you share with us this story behind the words of African Child?
All right, African Child is a song that came about when we had the South African Sports Awards. And I was performing there, and I thought to myself, I don't want to go there and perform a love song. I need to perform something that speaks about achieving and the African child specifically. So, and then it started just broadening in my head to think, look, the African child across the world has been very prominent in whatever they do, whether it be sport, whether it be music, So I decided, actually, let me write a song about that, and let me encourage every African child who is still aspiring to become something international, something global, to say, look, African child, stand up and tell them you're an African child, because your roots are here. And we Africans, we are very competitive. We like competing. We love excelling in whatever we do. So this song just breeds that for me, and I decided, let me pen it down and put it in a song.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And as an artist, as a citizen of your country, of whole Africa, do you see improvements in them? You know what I'm trying to say about people open for the world from Africa, about the possibilities, about the natural actions from people who are living in Africa in your country. Do you see it's improving by the years? The world much more appreciate you as a people, as an artist, in every way?
I think now of late, Africans, we have become quite proud of who we are. And we really put ourselves out there. And judging just from my country, South Africa, I feel like South African music has grown exponentially, especially with African soul, African R&B, where we sing in the same quality as international music, but it's just in African language, if I should put it like that. So South Africa, I mean, Africa is waking up. Africa has accepted who they are, and Africa is not trying to be Western or Eastern, or Africa is Africa now. If you could see the movement, the music movement in Nigeria, you will see a lot of Nigerian musicians are featuring in American with American artists. And for me, that's joy, because I'm an African. Before I'm South African, I am an African. So I'm very proud to see my brothers from all over Africa, whether Congo, Angola, Ghana, achieving such great things. It gives me pride as an African child, and it gives me hope.
Yeah, and we really, really hope that it's gonna continue and be even stronger and even better and even wider in case of it. But
what makes this very special? The movement of African music depends on people like you, who puts out such competitions out there so that Africans can actually put their music to the rest of the world. Otherwise it would be just a bordered thing. Like, it's Africans, okay, let's compete in Africa. No, the competition has allowed us to be recognized by Eurovision, for instance, and that is big for me. That is very big.
Yeah, for sure. And we can promise as a team that we're going to do our best to make sure that Polish people here in Western Europe knows more about you, for sure.
Yes.
I believe that we're going to have lots of chats in the future, lots of possibilities to talk and be on contact. Coming a little bit to African Child for 1 second more, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
How you see this song as a continuation of your music brand? Because I listened to most of your music before came to African Child. I tried to check your bio, so I was quite knowledgeable about what Press doing in his music career. And how do you see African Child as a continuation? It's something which makes you really, really proud. This is the next great step by you.
I think for the fact that I was awarded best lyrics in these awards by Eurovision, I feel like it has just opened up a channel for me. I've traveled. I've performed in Russia. I've performed in Lithuania. I've performed in London. I've performed in a lot of Europe countries, and I feel like every time I go there, I am accepted, even though sometimes people don't even understand my language. But music is music; it's a language on its own. So, for instance, when I was in Russia, I was quite amazed at how people were enjoying my music, and they didn't even understand what I was saying. So, with this competition now and African Child, it has just showed me that I need to be on the lookout of possibilities and channels that can propel my music in the UK and other African musicians, because I've told other musicians about this competition who didn't know, and I'm talking prominent musicians and songwriters, like, guys, there's a competition called AfriMusic, and they were like, what is that? And I showed them. So I can tell you now, from this country, you're going to have quite a lot more entries from South African musicians for this competition, because it's a real thing, and we see that it just helps in trying to push the message across to the Western cultures in music. So African Child is my channel, and I'm sticking to it, and I'm appreciating what doors it's opening. Yeah.
Perfect. And I'm really glad to hear that you are in so many places in the world already, and I really, really hope that you will add Poland and what time to this map of places.
Definitely.
You play and have.
It would be nice if Eurovision would do an Afro music festival. In Poland. That would be amazing. That would be very amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen in the European Broadcast Union, please rewrite it on the paper and make it happen. Because it's absolutely perfect idea to glue everything on one piece. All right, so we already know lots of things from you. Thank you so much for your answer. And next question from me, it's connected with this unfortunate situation all around the world with the pandemic hitting. and it affecting so many industries. But we all know that if something needs to live, if something needs to give energy, optimism, hope, this is the music. So my question is, what have you been doing this lockdown? Have you used this opportunity to create new music, maybe different way than you doing it normal? How it works with you guys?
I've been writing, and the more like I'm having more time, the more I'm having more creativity, and after this COVID, there's more projects. It's just piling up. So people must just wait. I'm using this moment. I'm writing. I'm recording myself for the ideas I'm having in my thoughts about the music that I want to bring to people. So I've been using it to writing and give different styles on my writing and on my music.
All right, thank you so much. And how about you, Bamok? How you are trying to doing with this whole situation? How it work, your music work looking right now?
All right. Considering the pandemic, it's a very terrible thing that has happened to the world, and it's in terms of the music, I've been also in the creation phase. I would say that I've released like 3 songs after the after the competition ended. There's one called Sendela. It just means move closer. It's my native language, Chichewa. And then the other songs are You Got It and Say You Love Me. So I've clearly right now I've noticed an opportunity to say that it's a perfect time for me to actually release my music out there. It's a time where I can actually have more time for music, because without the lockdown, at the end of the day, there are a lot of things that we have to do, and the lockdown has actually curbed us from doing all those things. So I've just been in the studio working on a new sound, creating new melodies, new tracks, and I'm also working on a mixtape. It's called Dedicated. So the Dedicated mixtape pretty much it will just encapsulate more on this lockdown, and pretty much it'll have more love songs, but then it'll be based more on its setting, like this lockdown type of setting. Yeah, so that's what I've been busy with. So I'm still busy with Dedicated, the mixtape.
I think the pandemic has hit, in as much as there's a positive side to it, there's also a negative side to it. The pandemic has really struck music down. I'll tell you why. A lot of musicians live on performances and these public gatherings, obviously, which are now banned until over this pandemic. So the income of a lot of musicians across the world have quite diminished, and some of us are still adapting to this online business, and it's not easy if you don't know, or if you're not tech savvy, if I should put it like that. So on the upside, people are at home and people are now listening to music like attentively, which is a very big thing. People are on social media now, just waiting for someone to drop a song or what they're doing. And me personally, I have composed I don't know how many songs now, and because I was supposed to release my album when the lockdown started, I have now just started putting music out there and putting teasers out there, and people are warming up to the African Child song so much that I feel like if it wasn't for the pandemic, people wouldn't be really concentrating this much that they are right now because of the pandemic. Everybody's at home, everybody's bored, and everybody just wants to listen to their phones, and they just obviously just bump into these things and they start listening. So it has worked for musicians on the upside, and it has failed us on the downside. Yeah.
Please tell everybody who is watching it right now or will do it in the near future, please, where we can find you on social media and where we can contact with you to make sure we knew about your new music, your new journeys, your new adventures, and everything what is connected with your music career. Please give us a little bit tip where we need to find you.
From me, Madam Akolu, on Facebook, You can find me on AfriFusion, which is at the page of Mandla Makolo or Mandla Makolo Natle Band. And on Instagram, you can check Mandla Makolo _indigo. And for my music, you can go on Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Music, to all online music store. You can find my music there. And there's more project to come for Mandla Makolo. I am so excited about this future. After this lockdown, you will hear more about Mandla Makolo's music. Thank you.
Perfect. Please remember about this. How about you, Bamok? Where we can find you?
All right. Well, for me, I'm also as like Mantla. I have my music also on Spotify, on SoundCloud, Audio Mac as well as slickonlife.com, the co.za. Okay, and you can find me on Facebook as Blessings Nyasulu or as Baymok. Just search Baymok. I got my page there. You got my music there. You have my links there. Instagram, you find me as Baymok. On YouTube, you find me also as Baymok NY. Or just search Baymok. I'm there. Yeah, I think I'm everywhere. Where else? Oh, Twitter. Yeah. Also follow me on Twitter, Baymok, at the same time. So wherever you search me, just the name, you find me.
I'm on all social media platforms. Let me not say all, actually. The three. Twitter, press_music. Now, press is with triple S. PRE_music. And on Instagram, it's just press music. Another PRE_S music. And on Facebook, it's the same thing, press music. So if anyone wants to know what I'm doing, the tours that I'm planning to do, all that information would be on my social media. Further than that, I'm planning to tour Africa for a start. And I'm hoping for the opportunity to cross over to Europe countries and just reach out with my music. This album that I'm doing now is I've always been R&B, you know, but with this album, I'm very Africa soul, African soul. So I'm hoping that this is going to reach out to markets beyond Africa and South Africa. And once this pandemic is over, I would like to reach out to a lot of other promoters, broadcasters in the UK, in Europe, and all across the world. So that's the plan.
Okay, so my last question for today. AfriMusic Song Contest 2021, next year, next edition. As many people said, never say never to make a return. But my question, very short question, are you willing to do it again for the next edition or maybe in the future? How is your feeling with this?
If there is any chance, I will do that by all means. And at the same time, I don't want to close doors even for other artists that want to be part of this, but I will submit. I will be part of it if the time allows it.
Perfect. So we have the great news number one, ladies and gentlemen. How about you, Bamok? Are you also considering this move in the future? How it works for you? How you think?
Well, for me, Sebastian, I am not sure if I'm going to join again for the competition because I'm just grateful for what they've done, for what AfriMusic Contest itself has done for me, and for me winning an award. It's something that is beyond my imagination, first of all. And the second thing is, I feel as if I won the competition, you know, partly. I would love to join again, but then I want to give opportunity to other artists as well to come into the competition and to see how it feels like to be in a position that AfriMusic Contest has actually graced me to be in. This, however, doesn't disregard like my contribution to to AfriMusic Contest as well as my connection in terms of communicating with you guys. However, I feel as if it's something that it is a decision that will be made in the future. But as for now, I'm thinking I should focus more on, letting people know about the competition and, making a lot of reach as much as I can.
Definitely. I'm going to enter for the rest of my life until I have at least 5 awards. I need to have at least 5 awards. So I'm definitely entering again next year. And with stronger music and more, how do I put it? I need to get my fellow Africans to get involved. So I feel like maybe this time it was still an introduction. We're still trying to, hey guys, there's this competition that I've entered, but next time I'm going to put on a full-on campaign and actually make sure that I actually bring that award home, definitely.
So, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we need to come to the end of the interview with these 2 amazing talents and outstanding human beings. Madla Mankulu, Bamok, thank you so much for your time, and I really wish we will see each other very, very soon on Destination Eurovision.
Yeah. Thank you.
Most definitely. Thanks again. Thanks again for the interview.
So we have a deal. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the winner of our award for the best lyrical message of AfriMusic Song Contest 2020. And I can say proudly and clearly, one of the amazing ambassadors of African music and AfriMusic Song Contest itself, Press. Thank you very much. It's a huge honor for me to meet you finally and to chat, and hope that we're gonna meet each other very, very soon in many different occasions.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Eurovision. Thank you, AfriMusic Contest, for giving me the opportunity. I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna see you guys next year. I want that award.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please take it into consideration. Press is coming back for the glory.
Most definitely.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you that you are tuning up to the Destination Eurovision channel. Please subscribe and have in mind that AfriMusic Song Contest will come back very, very soon to us. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
I was born an African.